On behalf of me and the fellas for Crew Golf, we would like to thank our sponsors listed below for helping us make this dream come a reality. I'll let you do it.
You're an a-hole. Hey guys, how's it going? It is Wessly Colt here from Crew Golf.
Episode 18.
We're back. I think it's episode 18, if I am not mistaken.
Yeah, it is 18. Yeah. Yes, it is.
I'm gonna jump straight into what we have going on today. Obviously, we're talking about the Open.
Yes.
Maybe some questions about how this Barracuda Championship. I don't know
what
what's
the
going
hell?
on there.
I want to know, damn it.
I don't know what's going on there. But we're gonna knock the elephant in the room off first. I have won my first ever golf tournament.
Oh yeah, I forgot.
I have won my first ever golf tournament, as I won a flight of a golf tournament last weekend while my team shot 11 under.
Now I want to let's make this very clear for anyone listening. You won the A flight. You didn't win a flight.
Yeah,
you won the A flight.
We won the A flight.
So you won the whole outing. You didn't just win like one of the three groups.
Yeah,
you won the whole fucking thing.
Yeah, it was good. It was we shot. I mean, we shot well together, and I'll give it this. I was basically grip and rip and see where the hell the ball goes. We had two guys on our team. May not have gone super far. I'll give it 210, 220, but they were down the fairway. Almost every single time. And
that's what you need.
And I literally couldn't, because then we had two guys who would just absolutely go after it.
And sometimes the go after it pays off.
And it paid off probably 9 out of the 18 holes. Like,
can't beat that. And you shot what? -11?
Yeah. And we had an eagle, or we had an eagle and an albatross on the card.
Hold on. Again, see, I know the albatross story as well.
Yes.
Don't do that.
Don't do that.
Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't explain the albatross.
So the albatross was really cool. It was like one of those things where you pull a card. You pay, pull a card, and then you start up closer. Well, we got ace, which was awesome. So you start. I mean, we had 130 yards left to the hole,
and it was on a par.
It was on par 5.
Par 5. Which one was it?
It was the toughest hole on the course. It was on 18. You still had to get over the water.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. You still had a shot over like 150 yards over the water.
Like it was still a tough.
But I mean, if you guys are all sitting there, and it's like, oh, it's our first shot over water, 150. You go from playing a par 3 or par 5 to a par 3, essentially. Yeah. So it's like, shoot, just go over the water.
And I'm telling you right now, Wes is pretty good. 120 and in. I give Wes that 120 and in. You're real good.
Mm-hmm.
This guy 150 and in was putting us within 10, 15 yards.
I mean, that's
15 feet.
That's
every
what you
time.
want. That's what you want.
So we had like a 8. I'll say we had like a 16-foot putt.
Okay.
For albatross, and we made it. First guy drained it. I was like leading. I was on the back of the pack the whole time. Besides the 150 and in, we would let that last guy go after it.
Back of the pack. You mean? I gotcha. Okay.
I was ripping, and I was putting last. My reads were real. I was kind of giving people reads of what the putt was doing.
Mm-hmm.
But then, like, the guy who was real good at the wedge shots, essentially the 150 and in, we just let him shoot last during those, so we could try to get something close and just let him essentially go after the hole.
Okay, so that's weird to me, because I feel like with that scenario, you would have your wedge guy who's dialed in from a $150. He's dialed in, never misses. Let him go first.
So I said the same thing.
Okay.
And he goes, I love going last because if you all mess up, I have the pressure and I love it. And I go,
okay.
oh,
Okay. See right there? Fine. See, he's aware of all the variables.
He's like, I know I have to make this shot, so I need to get under the ball perfectly.
That's fine.
And super upsetting for him. So we started on 7. Came all the way around.
Yeah.
Par 5, started on that par 5. Got the eagle on there.
Yep.
Okay. Came all the way around. We par hole 1.
Okay.
Go to hole 2.
Hold on. You start on 7?
Start on 7, so we're already going to the back 9. Like I'm saying, like for this guy, we go to the back 9, right?
Okay.
We're all the way through, right? We're like -9 at the time, or minus 8
I
under
was
at the time.
super confused. Okay, go ahead.
So we'll get to the front 9,
okay,
right? And we make par on hole 1.
Okay.
Hole 2, we're all joking around, and I'm gonna be honest with you guys. At this point, we're sauced. I'm probably 15.
Oh yeah, shit, yeah.
I'm probably 15 to 17 Jello shots, and probably 8 to 10 Michelob Ultras down.
Not a boy.
Listen, I'm gonna be honest with you. I got so hammered, I had to stay to play another 18 because I couldn't leave.
Oh, gotcha.
Like I couldn't, we all couldn't drive home.
Okay, so, not a bad thing.
No.
Yeah.
We go to hole 2, and we're all joking. If we hole 1 here, we're taking this and we're going straight to the strip club. There's 0% chance we don't.
Okay, yeah.
We all go, and he looks back at us. He goes, I'm promising you right now, if I make this, we're driving straight up to the thing, taking the skins, and we're going directly. He pins out. He hits the ball all the way.
The pin is out?
No, he hits the pin.
Okay.
Like it tracks. It like I'm telling you, I thought it went in the hole. Like the ball was gone and it came back out on a hole in 1. We all lost our minds because it was wild.
I mean, it's one of those things where like you talk about it and it's like okay, but you're talking about it in the sense of like we know it's never gonna. I mean, the odds are very, very, very low. Yeah. And then when it almost happens, you're like. Yeah, I completely get it.
It was very, very wild. But all around it was a great day. And then me and the guy who was real good at 150 and in, we had a pretty even match. Casey and Brett played together.
Okay.
And then me and RC played together.
Okay.
And we played a 10, 10, 10, and 10. We bet.
Yeah.
And tied the front 9. So we pushed it to the back.
Oh, you mean after you were done playing, you mean?
Mm-hmm.
No,
yeah. So we played a 10, 10, and 10, 2v2, and we tied the front 9. We won the back 9, which then won overall.
Okay.
I think we shot 5 better than them on the coming in the back 9. But it was, I mean, all in all, it was a good day.
So when you guys, so was that's gonna sound totally terrible. So the outing, like. Itself, if you will, that you won. Mm-hmm. But what obviously it was held at Golf Club of Wentzville, which we
play at. Yeah.
So the outing, first off, what was it for? That's not the important question.
It was for like St. Louis Barbecue Association or something like that. We got Sugar Fire for lunch.
I was gonna say you guys probably ate decent food then. Okay.
Yeah, we got some Sugar Fire for lunch. Okay. It was very good.
So I wanted to ask that question, but I didn't want to sound like I was fat. So the as far as like the prizes you got a plaque.
Got a plaque.
Envy of that because I've won an outing before and I got like the golfer gold trophy thing.
So we all got a plaque. We all got balls. We all got hats, and we got something else. I can't remember what it was. I'll have to go and check it because I put it in my plaque.
Was it like?
It might have been for food.
Oh, you mean like a token or something? Okay, I was gonna say you said you got something else. I was like,
which in return, I'm not gonna complain here because I won a tournament, but like, it's tough now because like I want the money. That's what I want.
Yeah, like it
sounds really greedy of me because like
no,
it was
but
something.
Yeah, you're not wrong, but at the same time, it's like why wasn't again? You didn't just win. Like they could have. How many flights were there?
3.
Okay. So it wasn't like you won the B flight or the C flight. You won the whole freaking thing. You would think the least they could have done is like giving you enough money. Was giving you enough money, like giving your team enough money that like
we played for free.
Exactly. Yeah. So like the round was like $35. They gave you guys $140 to split. Okay. So my round of golf was free all day. I got Sugar Fire and blah 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 blah.
It was $125.
No, I know. I'm saying so it was 125, but some of that money goes towards like
it goes towards
the cause. Yeah. But at least your round of golf was free, you'd think.
Yeah.
Right?
For sure. Yeah, for sure. I will say this though, I did drink for free. My weight and more.
Oh yeah, that's and a lot of times that's like, okay, so I know like again, the outing that I did ask you to play in, $120. I'll make sure I at least get my $120 worth in of alcohol if with golf. Yeah. I at least got to make that every time you golf at an outing, you have to at least make sure you get your money's worth. Now, it's easier if you're getting like for this outing, you're getting lunch and dinner. So it's like, all right, I don't have to drink as much, but if I do, then I make my money's worth.
Yeah, very true.
Yeah,
very true. But all in all, great tournament, fun, had a blast.
Barbecue Association. That sounds like that outing should have been sold out. I feel like.
Yeah, we actually got it on like Tuesday, and we were like 24th team. Like it was, I don't know.
Wow. You'd think like you would think that thing that would have been like, no, got to get in there because you got to think you're going to be eating good and everything else. Like again, you think barbecue, and you're on a golf course, right? Like that's 2 out of like 4 things that all dads and older men love. You'd think like, okay, there's going to be beer. 3. It's like this outing is going to be. You have to think it's going to sell out, maybe because they don't give out cash, and that's word around the street. They didn't, they didn't sell out. But
having the conversation afterwards, like I would like to play more tournaments that are just cash.
Right?
Only.
Yeah.
Probably a lot more cheating will happen.
Oh, of course. Minus 36. Yeah, like
well, we didn't see much of that. Like I didn't see any of it.
That may be because is this the first time they've held this outing, or is it like
I have no idea.
Or is it like the 7th annual?
I'll sit there and say this. The team behind us looked like they were doing some things, but they were like we saw them later and they're like, oh no, we've bogeyed most holes. Like we were not good. And I was like, okay, well maybe they're just like trying to give themselves a little bit of help. So
sometimes you'll see when you go to an outing, they say they'll say like bogey or pick it up. So like if you all are
this is a 2-putt.
Okay.
This was a 2-putt.
Okay.
Yeah. This was a 2-putt. But we were making like our first
putt.
First putt. It was like we were making our first putt basically.
Okay. So
it was putt. I guess it was 3 putt. It was putt twice no matter what. You have to putt 2, you pick it up.
You pick it up no matter what it is. Yep.
So I think we only 3-putt 1 hole.
So you mean you only picked up ones, you mean?
Yeah, we only picked up ones, I think.
All right. That's
which was super unfortunate, but
which hole?
I don't remember.
Okay. I was gonna say based on the green, it would probably make sense, but if I had to guess, it would probably be.
I think it was 4.
Oh, front 9. Okay, I would not have been. I was thinking the back 9. But you said you were -9 to the back, so never mind. 4.
I think it was 4. I think they had the pin in like a weird place on 4.
That's the par 3.
Par 5.
Yeah, that's the par 5 way in the back. Yeah.
I think they had it in a weird spot.
That is a funky green. I mean, it's just long, but
yeah. I mean, it is what it is. Now let's move on to the Open.
Okay, I've already heard about some drama about this, about the leader. By the way,
yes.
Do you know the drama?
I don't know the drama.
Okay, so Shane Lowry. And I want to explain. This is why a lot of times when I play, not when we record, because if we can find whatever, but when I play golf, when you hit a ball somewhere and it's like you can't find it, play a provisional and you play it. And I say you and I have had it where you hit a ball down the middle of the fairway and it's like it should be right here and it's not. And I say take the drop, but don't count the score because it's
gone. I mean, where'd it go? It just
exactly.
In plain daylight.
But mind you, had you had people watching, they would know where your ball's at.
Yeah.
Okay. So it's like there's a, what would you call it? It's like an audience drop. Had you had people watching, onlookers drop. Had you had onlookers watching you play, you would know where it's at. But since you don't, free drop. Shane Lowry today, I think it was today, he hit a ball fucking wide, pardon my language, wide right. Okay, into the rough. Goes over and look, or doesn't even go over and look. Doesn't even go over to look. Just thinks it's gone. So he plays a provisional. Stripes it. Okay, provisional, and then on and two, or no, yeah, on and two. I think he was on and two, and I think ends up two putting for a bogey. Now, like I said, at this point he's leading. Two putts for a bogey, whatever. Somebody found his ball. And the rule states that it doesn't have to be a player, doesn't have to be an onlooker. Anyway, a found ball must be played. It can't just be left out there. So he never goes and looks for it, but someone finds it and like makes it like known, like, hey, this is Lowry's ball. So the guy had to go back and play it as it was found and everything else. He has to go back and play it. Ends up double bogeying the hole. So he only gained a stroke. I'm hoping this outing comes down to a 1-stroke lead, because that stroke would have made a whole bigger deal than what it. Yeah. I hope, and I'm not saying he was trying to cheat. I'm not saying that. He may have just thought, like,
I mean, I'll be honest. I've done it a couple of times where I'm like, oh, that ball is for sure gone.
It's gone. Yeah, and where he hit it, like, it was in the stuff that's like you're gonna be like pushing cattails out of the way. So he didn't look. So, and then all of a sudden, like, again, someone found it, and it's like, well, found ball's got to be played. It's got to be played. So, like,
where it lies.
Exactly. I'm hoping it comes down to a 1-stroke lead, because he obviously he's leading, so hopefully, like, he doesn't, just crap the bed on round 3, but hopefully it comes down to like 1 stroke being the difference of giving him comfort, or it being a really close match, because again, I didn't try to get away with it, but it happens. Yeah, that's why whenever like I'll play, I'm like, yeah, you didn't have onlookers playing, so
no, and that actually happened in our like 2v2 we played
with Chad.
No, this past weekend.
Brain fart.
We were looking for Casey's ball, and it was underneath. I don't know if you know, but on hole 5, it's it's
coming back
straight. Yeah, coming back. The wood line's on the left side.
Yeah.
He hits his ball, and we're looking everywhere. His ball was underneath the wood that blocks off
the car path.
No, that blocks off the little like creek on the left side. There's a like.
Oh yeah.
His ball was underneath there.
Okay.
So I ended up finding it later.
Okay.
And I was like, just play this one. And I was like, honestly, pull it out. Use a club. First of all, that's not that serious. I'm being
yeah.
Give yourself a club link. Come out. Still a crappy shot. I'm gonna give you that.
Yeah.
And then they did or whatever.
But again, it's like, it's not a crappy shot that it's like, dude, like I risk like ruining my clubs if I play this.
Oh
right
yeah.
No, like
no. And that's what's crazy. Like, and that's how I like to play golf, if I'm being honest. Like,
yeah,
I like to play like you're on. It's gonna sound dumb, like, because I'm not great, but I like to play like whenever you're on the tour. Like, if your ball is playable, you play the ball. Like,
yeah,
don't like. The only OB you have is if you're in the woods or you're in the water.
Yeah.
Like, if you're in a place where you
can't
find
a lot
your
of the times you're not going to play it. Like, we're not going to play at a golf course that has OB stakes set up.
Right.
So,
I mean, but it could. I mean,
yeah.
If it does happen,
yeah.
I don't do the whole OB thing. I'm like,
yeah.
if I find my ball, I'm hitting my golf ball.
Well, provided you're not in someone's, like, you had to hop a fence to get over
that's OB. That's OB. I can't, because I'm not going into their yard to hit a golf ball out of it.
Yeah.
Unless the guy's like, hey, no, you play this where it lies.
Yeah. But yeah, no. So yeah, I get it.
That's it. He lives on a golf course to watch people screw up in golf.
Yeah. So yeah, I'm with you on that. If the ball is not somewhere where it shouldn't be, yeah, play it as it lies. And even if I do find it like in this guy's backyard, I'm just gonna move it over 3 feet to where it's outside or inside the stakes and hit there. Like, it's no big deal. But again, at the same time, I agree with you. I would play that way as well with my what's it called of the onlookers drop rule in effect. And then as long as it's like, was it? No, it wasn't you and I that played. Like the one time we played, I played somewhere. I think it may have been Innsbruck or something, where my buddy landed like there were rocks under the ground. Like,
oh yeah,
I was like, dude, move it. Like, if you hit this with an iron, you're gonna scuff your irons.
You're
up.
gonna snap
like,
your
like,
iron.
yeah. I was like, move it, like, move it left. Like, you're not giving it. And like, we looked, it's like he's not giving himself an advantage. Like, it's fine. Move 3 feet left to where you know it's grass.
I'll be honest. Even if he was giving himself an advantage, I'm not letting you break your club.
Exactly. Yeah. So it's like, and again, we're not sponsored.
We don't have the ability to just go buy a whole nother golf club.
Yeah, yeah. Let alone iron. Like where it's like you can't just. I mean, you could, but it's expensive to just buy a. Oh, I broke my 7. Okay, well, go find a new 7. Like, no.
The same product that you have now. Go find a 7.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, no. So even though if it's some companies they reimburse you, they give you a brand new club or whatever, but yeah, no, I'm the same way. Like, again, you play it if you find it, and no matter where it is, but with regard to breaking your club, the surrounding environment, you're not ruining someone else's like house, and then yeah,
I'm just a firm believer that in golf, if you're finding the ball, you should be playing the ball.
Yeah. Tired of boring and plain golf clothes and don't want to spend $500 on a new polo and hat? Say no more. Head on over to royalandawesome.com for affordable, flashy, fun, but most important, quality polos. Polos like this and like this that not only show personality on the course, but also show a bit of swagger. As the old adage goes, you look good, you feel good. You feel good, you play good. So why not feel royal and awesome? Use promo code Wessly10, that's WESSLY 10, for 10% off your order at royalandawesome.com. Yeah, no, I agree. Full agreement. Complete agreement. If it's now, mind you, if you hit something and you, I mean, it's more left than it is straight, like leave it.
Yeah. I don't believe in the whole. Oh, you're 3 inches into the OB, buddy. That sucks.
No. Because because like I said, it's like it's right there. Like, what if 2 days ago the guy who mowed the lawn moved the OB stake 3 inches? I would have been in play. You don't know that.
Yeah,
you're not. This isn't officially. This isn't an officiated golf course.
I'm gonna be honest. I hate the rule stickler people.
Yeah.
Oh, you grounded your club. Oh,
that's so dumb.
Up.
So dumb. I'm also like I'm like what would you say? Like, I'm not in shape, but like I'm not in shape to where I need to compete to where I have to bend over to check my ball. I'm here playing golf as a leisurely activity. I'll never do it again with you if you say some shit like that to me. But
it's just dumb.
I agree.
That's absolutely asinine. Also wanted to say that yes, from what I don't again new to golf, so the Open I've never really understood. I don't really understand now I do obviously because they're there, but they're playing right off the ocean.
Yeah.
Correct. Yeah. So I mean, the weather for them is just you have no idea what you're gonna get.
Oh yeah.
Every day you have zero idea what your weather's going to be.
Do you think the way that they scout? You think the way that they scout golf courses? Do you think you scout like the ocean patterns? Like, is the tide going to be in or is the tide going to be out? Do you think
maybe? What if they do? I mean, I have no idea.
Here's the thing why I think that. Not just because of the Open, but then you got like Pebble Beach in Cali. Same thing. You're playing off the ocean. So it's like,
I know that one gets real windy.
So it's like, do you think maybe they're like, oh man, the tide's going to be in, which means we're going to get I guarantee Phil knows this. If we could just call Phil and be like, hey, What's it like when the tide's in versus the tide's out? Well, when the tide's in versus the tide's out, you're going to get a lot more wind coming off of the way. Like, I feel like there's got to be a difference.
It's going to be 8 to 9 mile an hour faster.
You feel like you feel like I feel like he would know, but
Bryson
I feel like
would probably for sure.
Yeah, for sure. I feel like there's got to be a difference, but I don't know if you can like scout that. Like, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. I was gonna say I did watch the new golf movie that came out not too long ago. The Long Game.
Oh yeah, on Netflix. Yeah,
very good. I personally liked it.
I think I'm gonna try to watch it sometime this weekend while I'm working. You know, and see if because like I remember like Nicole showed it to me and I was like, oh yeah, I mean I gotta check this out. It's based on a true story, right?
It is 100%
so
based on true.
Yeah.
It's gonna be the definition of what you think it is.
Okay.
Like you're gonna go in and you're gonna be like you're gonna make speculations right at the beginning and you're be like, I know exactly why the way this movie's gonna go.
Yeah, I believe it.
But it's a good movie though.
Okay.
And I also watched not too long ago, which was I thought a really good movie too. The one about Francis Ouimet.
Oh, the greatest game ever played.
Yes, I watched that. Also a great movie.
It's so good. It's so good. But like, it's like the golf graphics are so bad.
Oh yeah, I mean the CGI was crazy.
But it's early. It's like early 2000s, so it's like meh. But yeah, great golf movie.
Yeah, great movie. I mean, and then you obviously have Caddyshack. I mean,
if we're gonna talk golf movies
Happy
here,
Gilmore,
you have Happy Gilmore, you have Tin Cup, you have what was the other one? Shoot, you said Caddyshack. Bagger Vance.
Yeah,
there's a bunch of golf movies.
I just I fall in love with golf to the point where like it's starting to take over my life. I feel
not a bad thing. Not a bad thing.
I think it's because of it's new, and I want to be I'm just too competitive to be bad.
Oh yeah,
I don't want to.
You're not gonna do anything just because you're not. It's like you're not.
Oh, I'm enjoying like Joy's like you. Do you even have fun playing? I go, I love playing. I have a blast playing.
Yeah.
I go, I don't really get mad at myself either. At the end of the day, I don't do this every single day, 8 to 10 hours a day.
Yeah, to where you're exactly. Yeah. But
I do this,
but you do it with the intent that you're gonna, yeah, absolutely.
I want to be the best golfer that I could be.
Which, as of last weekend, you were one of the best 4 golfers.
I was. I drove a green, which was really awesome.
Which one?
11.
Oh yes, you know what? You're right. You did tell me that because you had someone straight, so you guys were cutting the corner, going over, and you did.
I didn't even cut the. It was cutting the whole. Like you were cutting the whole hole out.
Did you? Okay. Did you? You say drove the green. Did you overshoot it or did you land?
No,
on it?
I landed 20.
Oh, nice.
I hit it high, so it came down. I mean,
stay put.
I'll be honest with you. I don't know. Like I don't know how to do that. Like I don't know how to. Like I can't just be like, oh, I'm gonna hit this ball high, so it drops down and hits. It just lands and it doesn't go anywhere. I don't know how to do that.
Oh well. Driver. Okay, so changing your trajectory is just moving the ball up and back in your stance. But
yeah. But for me, I don't do that.
Okay.
Remember, I tee off the same way because I just want the ball to go straight.
Yeah.
So I just teed it up a little bit higher and just
or you can do that.
Whacked at it, and it was like 20, 25 feet from the hole. And I go,
well, remember, hole 11, you don't play driver either, too. Like you normally just play like you play like something 4 hybrid or 5 wood or something, or even like a 5 iron if you hit it far enough. But you hitting driver, it's like I'm going for it. So yeah,
yeah. And then I hit we were playing hole 7 again.
Oh, when you started back, yeah.
Yeah, we started back in. We actually started on 10 again because everybody was coming up to tee off from 1.
Yeah, why not? Yeah.
From their tee times, and they were like, "Oh, you guys should start on 10 and come around." I'm like, "Oh, heck yeah."
Yeah.
So, tee off on 7, and I stripe one like 302.
Okay.
And we're like 270, 265 from the green. And he was like, "How far do you hit your 3-wood?" And I was like,
little less than my driver because my 3-wood's a little less longer than my driver.
Well, that's why I go. I still have my top flight 3-wood, so I just kind of go up. Yeah. I kind of just go up there and whack it, dude. And hopefully it goes straight. Well, he goes, "Let me do this. Let me go first. Let me see if I can get us, 20, 30 yards away from the pit,
close
or from the." And he goes, "And then you just smoke."
Yeah.
I was like, "All right, cool." He hits his dead straight, probably 40 yards away, right? He goes, smoke it. He goes, I don't care where your ball goes, just absolutely smoke it.
Yeah.
And I landed on the fringe.
Nice.
And I was like, yeah, I got to go straight and
I'll drove my partner that was playing safe, but still managed to kill it.
Yeah.
Okay. So let me ask you this then. I know you said you wanted to make it brief today.
Yeah.
So let me ask you this. And I do have one more thing I want to point out about the Open. So as far as you're concerned then with golf, what do you think? I hate to say it, it comes every year. You can't fight it. We live in Missouri. After the season ends, what's going to be your biggest focus in the off season?
Being able to drive without having to set the ball up in the wrong spot. Like, I want to be able to, like, hold the club correctly.
Okay.
I want to not have to turn my hand over. I want to be able to, like, hold it. Like, I want to be able to hold the club
comfortably
like I'm supposed to, and just whack. You know, I want to be able to have a fluid enough swing where, like, I see some guys, like Sky Scheffler swings out of his shoes every time.
Mm-hmm.
Like, we noticed that. But you watch, like, Xander, who looks like he looks like a robot. He goes back, comes through, wham. He doesn't swing super hard. He's not coming through super fast. I mean, ball speed still. I mean, his club speed and ball speed are up there but he's not like doing what Scotty is.
Yeah.
But he's coming through and he's hitting the ball, 290 to 310.
Mm-hmm.
But he's like a fluid. I want to be able to, like, just not have to worry about coming up there and
So you want to focus on your fluidity, but you also want to make sure that your hands are
comfortable.
So you're focusing on comfortable fluidity.
Yeah, because that's the only club. Those are the only, like, that and the 3-wood are the only two clubs I have to turn my wrist over. Everything else,
your hands are straight.
My hands are straight, and I can lock my fingers if I want to. I don't do that.
I think that's so.
I don't like to lock my fingers. I never did in baseball. I don't do it in softball. I don't like it. So I like to keep everything, like, fluid, because I set my. And the guy actually told me I was weird because most of my stuff is always, like, more in front of me than for everybody else.
Yeah.
And then I did start to learn how to chip correctly, the ball behind me a little bit more.
So a little bit. It helps.
So it kind of, like, checks up more and it doesn't like fly away.
Yeah.
Because I top it or something. So that's out.
Okay. So then the last thing I want to say, the other thing about the Open, you had Lowry's issue that we mentioned earlier. Did you hear about Francisco Molinari?
No.
All right, so round one. It's from round one, but it's not drama. There is some drama. I don't believe it is what it is, and it may not have been him because it could have been caught on camera from something else.
Right.
But if you go look up Francisco Molinari's for what's it called? I think it's either his first tee shot or it was like his second tee shot. This is right up our alley. He farts right when he makes contact.
Yeah, dude.
I'm talking like you see him, it's like now, and I looked at it, I'm like, there's no way.
Because they have the microphones on the tee boxes.
Yeah, so I'm like, there's no way this is what it is. And I'm thinking because of the weather and everything else, maybe it was like his leather of his shoe made like a weird
he for sure repped one.
And I went back and I happened to come across it again. And I'm like, no, he definitely farted on the.
He farted.
And it's like, hey man, when you're on the tour, you get your breakfast beforehand. Maybe just something about like you didn't have fish and chips or something, but maybe he had like a weird breakfast meal and it just didn't sit right. And it is it's like a movie level fart. Like it felt like someone was like, all right, we're going to have our fart queued up. And we went, and they classified right when he made contact. Like it's
good.
It's a good one.
Good. That's good. That's good.
And I was like, good for him. Good for him.
Hey,
and I hope he plays amazing the rest of the day because he finally got that gas out of his system. But
hey, listen, whatever floats the boat, you know what
exactly.
I'm saying?
So,
guys, I have to get going. Episode 18.
Yes.
In the books. More to talk about next week. Maybe some golf next week. Depends.
We would have, but we had a monsoon roll through here.
Yeah, we did. A bad one. I mean, everything was flooded for a while. I saw golf courses that can't golf course anymore. So
yeah, Sugar Creek got like
demolished.
legitimately flooded.
Yeah,
insane.
Yeah. So, I'm Colt. This is Wes. Thank you, everybody. We'll talk to you guys soon.
See ya.